What is up, YouTube? Back for another quick video on the 24 Brap Daddy. Today we're doing a 1-year ownership review. Alright guys, so I figured I'd do something a little different here. I've had my Bronco Raptor for about a year now. She's got 2,757 miles. So I figured I would do a 1-year ownership review, point of view driving, get some sound clips, and let you know my overall thoughts and feelings on this vehicle. So, like I said, I've had it for a year. So I had it through the summer, winter, and now kind of back in the summer again. Overall, I love it as my daily driver. So anyone who follows the channel knows I have a 25 Mustang RTR with a Whipple, and I have my 04 Cobra as well as a motorcycle. That being said, this is my daily driver that I use all the time. Go to get groceries and also have some fun in the snow with it. So overall, I think it's a phenomenal vehicle. The things I like the most about it is the comfort. It rides beautifully. It's super comfortable. Suspension obviously is adjustable, and it's Fox suspension, so it rides like a dream. And I think it has really good power. So I think for the platform that it is, with a 3-liter twin turbo, I have the Ford Performance Tune on it, as well as an S&B intake, a blow-off valve spacer, and a Cobb Intercooler, all of which I have videos up on my channel of if you're interested in any of those products specifically. But I think that it moves really well for such a big, heavy brick rolling down the road. So I also am still totally in love with the look of it. The painted fender flares, the Bronco Raptor grille. I added some of the ditch lights on and a couple other small cosmetics, tinted the windows, obviously things like that. But I think it's just a really, really nice looking SUV. It looks badass, it moves well, and overall it's super comfortable. It does have some pretty decent cargo space in the back, so I can pick up stuff and transport wheels and car parts pretty easily, so that's nice as well. And knock on wood, so far she's been extremely reliable to me. I have not had any issues with it, and overall it's been really well, other than just misaligned driver door when I had first gotten it, rubbing on the fender, which then I fixed myself. So she's up for her second oil change soon, but overall I haven't had to do any maintenance to it, and it's been super reliable and a lot of fun to drive. I definitely would recommend one as a daily driver. But that then leads me to the cons. So some of the things that aren't good about it, obviously, is the gas mileage. So right now I'm at 16 miles per gallon. I do some spirited driving, don't get me wrong, but a lot of times I'm just cruising in it, and I don't use sport mode all that much because it is so aggressive, and I think it burns so much more fuel. And obviously I run 93 or 94 octane in this, primarily Sunoco 94. So it is expensive in that sense, where it gets pretty crappy gas mileage for such a big, heavy vehicle rolling down the street on 37s. It just doesn't get very good gas mileage. Another con, I guess you could say, about it would be the sound. So I have it in track mode, or sorry, Baja mode. Track is the RTR, all right? So I have it in Baja mode, and it doesn't sound bad by any means, but it sounds like a 6-cylinder. So the exhaust is stock. It's a stock downpipe, stock catback. The exhaust is totally stock, other than the intake stuff that I have done. And it's very quiet at idle, which is kind of lame. But when you get on it, it does make some noise, but it has a distinct EcoBoost sound. So it would be nice if they would put a Coyote or a V8 of some sort in this vehicle, but it is what it is. This is the platform we have, and overall though, it has been rather impressive. And like I said, the turbo does sound good. With the S&B intake, you can get some of that induction noise, the blow-off valve spacer, you get a little bit of, you know, pss, pss, make you feel good about yourself. And overall, it's been a really good, reliable vehicle. But I think the two biggest downfalls would be obviously that it is the EcoBoost platform. You can't get the V8, as well as the gas mileage is pretty terrible. Other little gripes, I think, which doesn't just portray just the Bronco Raptor, but it's all the Broncos, is, you know, your windows and your doors. So The windows and even the roof panels as well, you know, you get a lot of wind noise on the vehicle. 50 miles an hour or more, you're going to get wind noise through the panels, whether you have the extra insulation or not. They just make a lot of noise, you know, that's how it is. The windows on this one don't rattle as much as my two-door Bronco that I have a lot of videos up on the channel about, if you check that out. That I used to get even more wind noise and more issues and rattles with the window. The Raptor has been better in that sense, but overall I think the windows and the doors, like I said, the misaligning as well, are just kind of like one of the big downfalls of the Bronco Raptor, as well as if you keep it outside in the winter and when it freezes, the windows don't want to drop, or if the battery dies and you open the door and then you can't close the door because the window is still up. So that's kind of a pain in the butt as well, and they do tend to have pretty big parasitic loss as well. So when my Mustang RTR was away getting repainted and fixed all winter, I had kept this vehicle in the garage, and within just a week or a week and a half, it actually completely died, and I had that same issue, and I had to get a new jump pack and put a battery charger on it and everything, and it was completely stone cold dead, which was pretty surprising for a newer vehicle with a newer battery and being kept inside of the garage and not started for about a week or so. So that's one thing too, is they do drain a lot of power, especially with Ford Pass and the GPS and the auto starts and stuff like that. So that's just something to be mindful of, to make sure then that if you do let it sit, like I do sometimes, that you start it up every once in a while and let those battery charges. Overall though, I really do love the Bronco Raptor. I miss having the manual transmission that I had on my two-door Bronco, but the Raptor overall, it just drives so much better. The 10-speed, I don't have any issues with it. I do like the 10-speed. Obviously, I'm a die-hard manual fan based off of everything else you can see on my channel, but I think the Raptor is worth it. The trade-off is worth it, especially as the daily driver, and being that I have those other Mustangs that I get to toy around with and slam some gears in when I'm not driving this thing. So overall, I highly recommend the Raptor over the standard Bronco, and I just recommend the Bronco Raptor in general to own. So I had got almost $21,000 off of the sticker price on this, which is why I got it. So I think the retail on it was give or take around $92,000. I'm trying to remember from a year ago. It was 91 or 92. So I had gotten it for right around 70. So I thought that was a pretty good price for the platform that you're getting here. And I wound up getting just a couple $1,000s less trade-in on my two-door Bronco when I went to trade it in. So that, with the tax break, I was almost breaking even on that and getting $21,000 off of this. So that's why I wound up doing the transition. Unfortunately, I'm not totally rich, but it was worth it for the monetary difference and the small increase in the payment. So overall, I love the Bronco Raptor. It has been extremely reliable for me for the almost 3,000 miles. I have not had any major issues with it, or even minor issues for that matter, other than the misaligned door and the standard, you know, rattling or wind noise that you get from every single Bronco. I think it makes really good power. I think it sounds decent for what it is as the EcoBoost. It sounds better than the 4-cylinder, but overall, I wish it had a V8, but there's nothing I can do about it. We do have the CVF intercooler pipes on order, so we're going to be swapping those out as well, trying to get it as much as we can full bolt-on without modifying the exhaust and making it sound like a fart can. So we'll throw those on towards the end of the summer once we finally get those in. And overall, I think it's just a really, really, really good and fun daily driver. Not to mention, it absolutely rips in the snow, super reliable in the snow. You don't mind, even if you get a foot out there, you're going to throw it in slippery, you're going to throw it in Baja, put the trail turn assist on, rip some donuts, have a good time. You're going to be able to have fun driving it and know you also can get to your destination safely and reliably too in this car. So overall, highly recommend the Bronco Raptor. It's an awesome car. And now let's get to it. Let's see if we can capture a couple little sound clips on this beast. Thrower in sport mode. Oh, gas mileage is going down. Over the old downshift. Oh. third gear action. Not too shabby, huh? Alright guys, be sure to check out more videos on my badass Bronco Raptor. Check out the videos on my 04 Mr. Chrome Terminator, as well as my Mr. Chrome 25 RTR Spec 3. And we got some videos up on my Indian Scout Bobber as well. Be sure to help promote the channel. We're almost at 4,000 subscribers. Support the little guys, and I appreciate it. Drop any comments, likes, questions below. Thanks for the support.